Earlier, I had the chance to talk to Chris Bishop and Diane Galloway, local entrepreneurs and business owners who started a Facebook group that seemed really interesting and I thought you should check out. So here's our conversation.
Well, it was about 2 summers ago. Christina and I had just started riding bikes, and then we found like this huge group in downtown Buffalo. And I think at that time it was probably just Christina, myself, and another Black person. And it was so fun. We rode, I don't even know how many miles, but we rode from about midnight to around 4 a.m. And me and Christina were just speaking to each other, and we're like, man, like we need more Black people out here. And so Christina posted online like, hey, who want to come ride bikes with us? And so people was like, I want to. And at first, a lot of people on the status wrote that they wanted to, but a select few came, and we rode all summer long. I mean, all night, any days of the week. And then we would end off every night with our favorite restaurant and just talk about what Bike Gang is right now. You remember that, Christina?
Yeah, I so remember that.
You know, 'cause it's crazy because like when I first found out about it, I was just surfing Facebook, just watching, judging people like I normally do, right? Mm-hmm. And I kept seeing a bunch of people posting their maps of them riding. And for me, it was like, when did people start riding bikes again? Like that sort of thing. And so I did a little digging and came across the one picture that Jamil Cruz had put up of you guys downtown on Main Street in front of one of the big buildings down there. And so I did a little more digging and came across the Facebook group. So I was like, okay, this is a thing. And I got a bike in a garage that I need to dust off or whatever one day.
You should join us.
Yeah, no, definitely. I definitely want to join you guys out there. So is this more of a you kind of put the group together to do more of just like social interaction, or is it for exercise? Or
honestly, it started off with us with it just being like something that we enjoyed doing. And then I don't know, it's kind of just taking on a life of its own. You know what I'm saying? Like it was for no reason. It was just to, have something for us to do at night. So a lot of us are entrepreneurs and stuff. So our schedules are a little bit weird. So I don't know. I don't even think we're still trying to even figure out what direction we want to go, because it's really taking like a life of its own, Yeah,
I think that, like Christina, she took her art of being able to do hair and made a salon. It has sells top-notch hair products to people, and even has like a huge launch just about to come out that she's going to make an announcement about soon. And I think she took like that same mindset and brought it to Bike Gang. She was like, yo, like this can be something that a lot of people probably want to be a part of. Like, let's make a group. And a solid 10 of us as part of Bike Gang. And we've been, like I said, been together for like the last 3 summers. And so we made a group, and it was like 30 people. And then that 30 turned into 100, 150, 200, 300, And so then I think what it does is, what we've learned is that a lot of Black children have bikes. Not a lot, but more Black children have bikes. And we're like, hey, when we stop taking seriously our, being active. And so I think that a beautiful space. We never said, hey, this is all for Black people or this is all for brown people. It just kind of seemed like that. It seems like it's a space for Black brown people to come and encourage each other to be active. We have a mother of 2 who never hopped on a bike in her adult life at all. And this past week, she did 17 miles.
Oh, wow, good for her.
I love how, like, the group, cheered her on. It was like, hey, good for you. And then I took, we did like a ladies ride and a men's ride last night separately. And the confidence that she had last night, because her first time riding with us, just around Delaware Park. She thought she was going to die. And then yesterday, I mean, we rode all around the city and going. I keep going. I was like, all right, well, we're going to keep going then. And so what it's doing is bringing Black and brown people from all over Western New York together who did not know each other, who may not have been friends any like prior, giving us something else to have in common. And so I'm grateful for that. And like I said, it's really like a family. Like I really feel everybody in Bike Gang, I love them. Most of them I have never, I definitely didn't know this. But I think we definitely are a family now.
Yeah, it definitely gives me family vibes. You know, even when we're writing, you know, like we don't leave each other. Like it's always somebody that's, you know, stand behind with people who are slower writers or whatever. Like you feel safe, you feel secure, and it does feel like a family.
No, absolutely. I've gathered that energy by just watching your guys' interactions on the socials, and so I think that's dope, especially during like this time of COVID and everybody being isolated and not being able to have other social interactions. You know, I applaud you guys for, you know, putting this together with not even the intent of it going this way, but it just kind of naturally formed this way with people, us wanting to be together. So that's great.
Right. Yeah, super dope. I get so proud of it every time I see a post in like a bike. Like it's almost unbelievable, you know, to me. Like, oh my God, like all these people are really riding bikes from something that we started on a Sunday night. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like crazy. It's like insane.
Like it was not like, oh, we're about to start this whole thing. No, we just wanted to get outside. We really wanted to lose weight. That's
for real.
And so, but now people are being active, and then they're meeting new people. We got two girls that's going kayaking together. They just met yesterday.
Oh my God, that's so dope.
Also, is that going to be an offshoot kayak gang coming up with you?
I don't know about that.
But like another girl, you know, she's here from St. Louis. She did not know anybody, and now she got like a whole crew,
right?
Whole family. And I think that's what it's about. It's not about where do you work, where you grow up, who are you, and it's just like, okay, you're here, and you automatically my family. And that's what I think. I think that's important for Black people to continue to build community, and we can around other things, and we don't need white people to build it for us. We can do it for ourselves.
Right. That's a fact. Fact.
Absolutely. So, you know, I've noticed that I've been watching the growth over the last couple of months, and you know, Christina, you touched on it a moment ago where, you know, it went from, you know, 100 to 150, 200. Now it's at like almost 400 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
How has, especially since the quarantine, how has like the bike shortage and the shortage of supplies and that sort of thing, how has that been affecting the people that just haven't ever ridden a bike before, or they didn't own a bike before they got involved with the group?
Yeah, so it's definitely a bike shortage in Buffalo, but you know, anytime anybody comes across, so there's a lot of like small bike people that like sell bikes out of their garages and stuff like that. So anytime somebody comes across one of those, like we posted in the group and everything like that. Kelly, what do you think? Like, there definitely is a bike shortage, but I mean, even for people that don't have bikes, we all started on the red independent health bikes.
Right.
We all started on those bikes. So there's always, you know, if somebody wants to ride, they don't necessarily have to have the bike. The red bikes are tough, but you know, when you don't know any better, the red bikes are cool. But you know, as you start riding, you realize, oh yeah, I need a new bike. I need a better bike. I think it's even cool how it's opening up the dialogue for like discussing the different types of bikes and tires and stuff like this, like all stuff that like we never even would have thought about. Like we're talking about bikes and the different levels of bikes and all of this stuff.
Having road bikes and truck tires and
it's like a whole world. It's like a whole world that we normally wouldn't have even had any like information on, like any insight on. Like we just don't think about those things. So I think it's super, super cool that we even having these conversations about the different bikes. I know I've learned so much about bikes, you know, through Bike Gang.
Yeah. the big box retailers like Walmart, yes, they are completely wiped out of bikes, but it's a lot of local businesses that still have bikes. And like Christina said, like these mom and pop garages, they have bikes. And one cool thing that we did is Dennis Wilson from the Oak Room, he created us a graphic. And so we put that graphic on t-shirts and we started selling t-shirts. And so as of right now, I know for sure that we have enough money to buy one bike. But let's see how much we have. Yep, we got $126.27 from selling 17 t-shirts on the website that we use. We'll be able to buy somebody a bike this weekend. Our campaign is over in 11 hours and it just continues to restart every 5 days. And so for Black and brown people who want to be active but don't necessarily have the resources for a really decent bike, we're going to make sure that they have that.
That's very dope. You know, I saw that D. Wilson did the graphic for it, but I didn't see yet that you were doing the campaign with the shirt. So that's awesome.
Well, yeah, you got to just read the whole.
Yeah, there's a lot. Like I'll get the scrolling a little bit, and then I'm like, okay, I need to go pay attention to some ratchetness or something. You know. So that's dope. I mean, I'm really proud. I'm really proud that it's growing like that, and you know, I definitely want to support that. So I'm gonna go and buy a t-shirt. I have 1,000 t-shirts, so I'll probably give the t-shirt, or maybe I can buy a t-shirt and then you can donate it to somebody else or that sort of thing.
Buy the t-shirt, put the t-shirt on, get your bike.
They come ride bikes.
see the way my stomach is set up right now. I need the cruiser bike with the big tire.
See, but that's okay. I ride a cruiser. Bike. Don't worry. I'm on a cruiser.
Oh yeah.
Hay rides are not fast.
No, no, I know they're not. No, I've talked to a couple people that have been involved, especially like DJ Spin is one of my best friends, and so we talk about all kind of stuff all the time. So, you know, that was really what made me want to talk to you guys about this, because it's outside of the norm that you hear about in the news and things among our communities. And that's, you know, really one of the things I wanted to highlight, that, you know, here's a gang that you want to join that doesn't have that pejorative, connotation to it.
Right. We ride bikes.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So where do you, and I know this didn't start out this way, but where do you see this going? Or have you had any conversations between the two of you of like, you know, this is really building into something and we want to parlay that to X or Y or Z?
I think it's gonna lead into something that Kelly is doing. She's doing the Freedom Walk. It was supposed to be this year, but it got postponed due to COVID. But I think it's gonna play a major part in, you know, what she has going on. So she's walking from Virginia all the way to Buffalo. But I don't think we can kind of quite see how it is. But I keep telling her, like, I think, you know, the bike gang and what we're doing is gonna, you know, help or lead to something with that. You know, maybe. I don't know, but I just feel like it's for a bigger cause, and I don't even think we can kind of see it yet. But you know, what she has going on is pretty dope, so I could definitely see it playing a part in that.
Oh yeah, no, I've already told Kelly that, you know, she's my superhero, and I need her autograph next time we see each other.
Right. I think I'm telling you, I think it's bigger than what we can even imagine, and I've been saying that since kind of like day one. Like, yo, like. It's bigger than what we can even imagine, and it's so fun, you know. And it's just so like it's no strings attached or nothing. Like, it's just so fun right now, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's one of our main things, just keeping it fun and not making it too serious to where it's just not fun anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, ladies, I appreciate your time. Why don't you just tell me real quick, how can people find the Facebook group, or how can people get involved?
You can go on Facebook and search bar. You can just enter Bike Gang Buffalo, and then you'll request to join. Starting tomorrow, there's some questions that you might have to answer before you are allowed to join, because we want people to participate, not just spectate. So that's the way that you can find us, and the way that you can help represent us and help represent the Black and brown community getting more active is by purchasing a shirt. And you can also do that always the page was pinned right to the top. So we thank everybody for learning a little bit more about Project Mona's house. About
Why did you start that part over, Kelly?
we want to thank everybody for taking a little bit more about Bike Gang Buffalo, and we hope you love to join us, and we would love to have you.